Let's get salty!
Hey everyone, Zeddy here again to do the brand new video. So we still don't know what the nerfs are going to be. We do know that they're going to be happening next week. We'll probably find out on either Monday or Tuesday what they'll be. But I wanted to go over my predictions and what I absolutely feel these nerfs need to be. The last time we talked about it was about a week ago, and a lot has changed. A lot of the meta has developed. A lot of lists have got refined, and I feel pretty confident in what I feel just absolutely needs to get nerfed. And I feel like if some of this stuff doesn't, we're going to be in for some tricky times. So let's get into it. We can talk about what cards I think should get nerfed and how. And we'll see how right or wrong I'll be, I guess, early next week. And you guys can put it in your comments what you think should get nerfed, what shouldn't get nerfed, all that stuff as well. See who can be a prophet in chat, or not in chat. I've been streaming too much today. In the comments, I would really appreciate that. So what cards do I feel should get nerfed? I feel like the biggest problem in Hearthstone, not just standard and wild, and this is just going to be standard centric because they don't really do wild nerfs, and I'm not expecting a wild nerf, but is Warlock. Warlock to me is just, if you build the Warlock deck correctly, questline Warlock, it is by far the best deck in the game. I don't care what the stats say, what the opinions of certain pros or certain biased people are. Warlock, questline Warlock is so out of control. It's so good. And the main problem I have with Warlock is it's one of the big reasons why control can't be a thing. You just cannot beat Warlock with any control deck. Even Priest and Elucia can't do it. So my biggest nerfs would be for Warlock. I think Warlock as a whole needs to get dialed back. I know it sucked last expansion, but this is not the way we want Warlock to be good. It's just really unfun to face. It's solitaire-ish. It destroys control. And there's a lot of other good tools in Warlock, like Handlock can be a good deck. It just needs to get dialed back. It's just way too quick to complete the quest. Your mana cheating is out of control. So anyways, let's get into what I would suggest. So first, I think Flesh Giant should go from 8 mana to 10 mana. Flesh Giant at 10, like at 8 is just, it's so silly how quickly a Flesh Giant comes down, especially with the quest line. Each lifesteal proc is -1 on the Flesh Giant, and I can't count how many times where I see 1 or 2 Flesh Giants on turn 3. That's just not healthy. Edwin was a problem card for that reason. You had this big threat way too early. Well, Flesh Giant is just like that, and you don't really pay much of a price for it. When you have cards like Animated Broomstick, it's even more problematic. I just feel like Flesh Giant should be 10. There's so many other giants in the game, and none of them have ever been this cheap. And this is just so problematic, and I really hope Flesh Giant gets hit and goes to 10 mana. Next, the Warlock questline, I would bump each requirement up by 1 health. 7, 8, and 9. So you have to do what, 15 plus 9, 24 health, almost your full health count, which is pretty, symbolic in the sacrificing of health. It slows the quest line down a little bit. Doesn't help that much in wild with Crystallizer, but again, these aren't going to be wild centric, and it helps scale the quest back. And I know I'm hitting 2 Warlock cards, and I'm going to hit 1 more, but I feel that these are all for the betterment of the game, and it's just a play style I don't think is healthy for Hearthstone as a whole. And the last Warlock suggestion, or prediction, or whatever you want to call it, I'll make, is Stealer of Souls. This card was so broken it got banned from Wild, and the second it's become viable in Standard, it's problematic and super frustrating and unfun there. I would just change it to a Battle Cry. Battle Cry, you draw a card, or Battle Cry, the next card you draw costs health instead of mana. That's it. You get 1 bomb on it. That's what I suggested way back in the day. I will stick to that. I think this card is a problem forever and ever until something fundamentally changes where it doesn't have infinite mana cheat, and I don't believe it should have infinite mana cheat whatsoever. So that's it. That's all the Warlock ones. That's 3. That's significant. Warlock would get hit a lot, but maybe it opens up Handlock, it opens up Zoo, it opens up, Jirax's style, whatever. It opens up that stuff, and see if that can be viable in the meta. But it can't just be Warlock, and it's not. Mage, although not the highest win rate, it's probably the most tilting and frustrating deck for anybody to face because of Incanter's Flow. And I'm just going to say Incanter's Flow should be nerfed, and I'm not going to go for the conventional make it 3 mana, the 4 mana, whatever like that. I'm going to say keep Incanters at 2. It's fine. Keep it at 2, but you make it that you choose a spell type, a spell school that you discount. So you pick Frost, or you pick Fire, or you pick whatever. You pick Arcane. You discount all of those spells in your deck by 1, but not all of them. not all the spells in your deck. So if you have a lot of fire spells in the deck, then you can discount a lot of fire spells and you can kind of build your deck around it. And it's just not a catch-all insane mana cheat. And if your spells like Spring Water don't have a tribe or a school on it, it doesn't get hit at all. And I think it's still a viable card. It's still really kind of cool and interesting. And it's not just this play it on 2, high roll the game kind of garbage. So I would nerf it like that rather than just a conventional mana change. But Incanters is just a really unfun card to face where they play it on 2 or 1 and you lose. Like, it's just, that's not a strategy. That's high rolling. It's garbage, and I want that to change. Next is Kolkar Pack Runner, Hunter Minion. Face Hunter's been like the best deck forever and ever. I feel like it should have not the best early game as well. Like, Kolkar Pack Runner just locks out so many decks because it's 2 mana 2/3. It's a Violet Teacher that summons rush minions, and it's really hard to kill on turn 2. So as a reason for it being hard to kill, I'd make it a 2 mana 2/2. You could make it a 3 mana 3/3, maybe, but I would just like to see it a 2 mana 2/2. It's more fragile, and compared to Gibberling, I think that's perfectly reasonable. Would also hit Druid. I think this card, Arbor Up, has been egregious for long enough. 5 mana, you gain 2 treants and you buff the board. This is well under the mana curve. This could easily be 6 and playable. It should be 6 mana. This card to me has always felt like a 6 mana card. And it even curves well with like Glowfly into Arbor Up, right? Like, it kind of even thematically fits that curve. But at 5, it's just silly. The card is silly. It is just so ridiculous. You hit 1 minion with Arbor Up, it usually feels game winning. And I'm pretty confident this card would be very playable still at 6 mana, and it, dials back and the Conjure Druid, it dials back the Spell Druid stuff a little bit, which is very good, very powerful. Lets you not have to clear the board so quickly every single time, but probably will have to because of Lightning Bloom and all that shenanigans. I just think it's 6 mana, it makes a lot more sense, and it's just one of those cards that I feel like should have been changed quite a while ago. Next, I'm going to go with Battlemaster, the Wind Fury guy. Make it 6 mana. You can make it a 6/6, you can give it some extra stats, but that Wind Fury is so problematic. It's so degenerate, and this card's only going to get more degenerate as time goes on, especially with like the stealth mechanics in Rogue, or just stealth minions in general. Blessing of Authority, we're even seeing that run in Paladin to like OTK with that. I would definitely like to see Battlemaster go to 6. It's silly at 5, and I kind of saw this coming. It was on my top 10 cards from this expansion, and you'll note most of these cards aren't even from the latest expansion. They're old problem cards exasperated by the newest cards. I think there's only one new card on this list, actually, which is the Warlock questline. Everything else is an old card, so I'm not like trying to gut the new expansion. I'm trying to, get the other things in line with this expansion. So yeah, Battlemaster, love to see it at 6. Slow it down a little bit, or make it 1 minion. Make it 1 minion. Make it like a Wind Speaker, or make it a Battle Cry, maybe. I don't know, but do something to Battlemaster. In particular, I just think 6 mana makes sense. And then you're buffing even Lock and Wild, and it's crazy. And my last suggestion will be Conviction. This card is stupid. It is absurd. 2 damage, please. 2 attack, please. 1 mana deal 9 is not okay. It's not okay, especially when you have cards like Battlemaster, which might not get nerfed, who knows. But Conviction is so absurd in Paladin, and I still think Paladin needs that a little bit of a dial back. It's still a really good card. 1 mana deal 6. Oh man, that's so bad, right? 1 mana deal 4. That's pre-nerf Coldblood. It's only really bad before you get to the upgraded stage, just like every other upgradable spell in the game. It'd be in line with the other upgraded spells, because pretty much all of them feel bad to play on turn 1, right? Well, that would be that for this. So I'd like to see Conviction go to 2 attack. I've mentioned this before. It's not the first time. And I have been asked why not suggest Shaman nerfs, because I feel like Shaman's counterable. I feel like it's quite counterable, but maybe Spell Shaman or the Elemental Shaman would be a little bit ridiculous. Maybe you would want to nerf the Emperor Thorson card for Shaman. But I feel like Shaman, it's good, but I feel like it's counterable. But the decks that counter it are locked out by all this other garbage, like Control, right? Control could actually take care of Shaman. Maybe not Spell Shaman as well, but definitely Elemental and Doomhammer. But if Control can't be a thing, literally can't be a thing because of all these other decks, I feel like Control could be opened up to help out. But maybe you nerf Shaman too. Maybe you hit 1 card. I wouldn't be against it. So let me know in the comments below what you want to see get nerfed, what you think will get nerfed this coming week. I'm really hope more than anything that they hit Warlock up. This Warlock thing is gonna get worse before it gets better if they don't hit it properly. So fingers crossed they hit it right, and I don't have to go on a crazy rant video and you know, get the devs hating me because I don't criticize properly or something. Whatever, who cares? You guys got my back. I love you all, and if you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. Have a great day and stay salty, my friends.